And people can beat Bullhorn Betty up. I mean, they've been doing it for a year. Like right now, it doesn't even bother me. You guys can post and tag and flag and whatever the hell y'all want to do. I mean, it really doesn't, it's no consequence to me because it's been happening for so long. And as you guys can tell, I'm taking major action to prevent this stuff from ever happening to other people again. And whether people like it, if something, whatever, it is what it is. Before I go too much further, I wanted to let you know that 3D imaging of the house that came out. Some wonderful person took a lot of effort to build us a a kind of mock entry. It's a 3D imaging of the house, but they went further than that. They actually put camera spots up there so you can actually see actual footage of, real life photos of those areas. And believe it or not, the gentleman that prepared it has reached out to me. He wanted additional angles of the house. He knew I was out there, so I sent him a bunch of videos. I sent him a bunch of good quality photos of certain areas on there. And I thanked him for that. I mean, wow, like he put a lot of effort into that. I can't imagine how much work that was. And I love the fact that people do this. They do some of the best people that do some of the best work are people that we don't even know. And they prepare stuff. They use their creativity, they use their skill set, and they prepare stuff for us to help the true crime community. And just a real big shout out. I don't know if he wants to be known or not, so I didn't ask him. So I'm not going to release his name or anything about him. I'm just going to tell him, if he's listening, thank you so much for all your hard work and everything that you've been doing. When I saw that, and I saw that on, I can't even remember whose page. I think it was Christina or something. She has like 1.3 million followers, and she was going through it and showing it. And I actually saw it on her page yesterday. And as I was going through some of my emails, I saw this person that had reached out to me, and I was reading it, and it was the creator of that. And he was I'm obviously not in Idaho anymore. So he was saying, if I'm in Idaho, he was giving me specific shots he'd like to have, but I'm not there. But I know I got real good footage for, TikTok as well as YouTube. In the formatting of the videos that I took. And I know I did the shots. So I just sent him everything I had. I sent him everything I had for that. And it was just nice. He was kind of shocked that I responded to him, but it's something that's going to help everybody in the true crime community with this case. I'm absolutely in support of that, and happy to help. And just it was an honor to know that somebody acknowledged that we were out there, and wanted some photos of the stuff to help the true crime community. So I felt very honored and privileged that he reached out to me, and just a big shout out. I know we're going to be able to use that, and it was so well constructed that. So I turned off the phones just for a split second. I know people were calling in. I didn't turn it off because you were calling in. I turned it off because we have some information that is coming out, and I wanted you guys to hear it. And it's going to be, this is what they perceive as Ethan potentially screaming. So I'm not going to show it. I don't know what's on it, but we will go ahead and play it just for you guys here in just a second. Let me get it pulled up here. Not so. It says at approximately 4:17, the security camera located at 1112 King Road residence immediately to the northwest of 1122 King Road picked up distorted audio of what sounded like voices or whimpering, followed by a thud. Dogs can be heard barking numerous times starting at 4:17. The security camera is less than 50 feet from the west wall of Kernodle's bedroom. That's whispering. You can't understand what the female's saying. There's a break in audio. You can hear the dogs barking. There's yelling inside 1122 King Road. Break in audio. You can hear a male's voice inside 1122. You heard that scream? Did you hear that scream? Let's hear it again. Almost sounded like he said, get out of here, or something like that. I don't know. But there's some audio. Let me keep playing. They're doing what you're not seeing is they're showing the interior of the door. Brian Koberger walked past Dylan's room twice. And so they're showing the interior door. I'm not showing you guys because I didn't know what was on here. So I'll have to repost this here in just a little bit. They're just going through the house. Now it says DM stated she originally went to sleep in her bedroom in the south side of the door. DM stated she awoke approximately 4 a.m. by what she stated sounded like Gonzalez playing with her dog in one of the upstairs bedroom, which were located on the third floor. A short time later, DM said she heard what she thought of Gonclays or something to the effect. Thought was Gonclays or something to the effect there's someone here. A review records obtained from forensic download of Kernodle's phone showed that this could have been Kernodle, as her cellular phone indicated she was likely awake using TikTok app at 4:12. Stated she looked out her bedroom but didn't see anything. She was heard. We already read all this stuff here.
You know what? I put up these beautiful pictures that Justin sent me of these kids of the Idaho 4, Xana and Kaylee, and I'm putting these pictures together. I'm looking at them. I'm like, what the hell could these kids have possibly done? Yeah. They didn't do anything. I just can't believe that night they were just all hanging out. And they stopped at a bar and they were they got something to eat and then just went to bed like they didn't do anything. And then this fucking piece of shit just goes into their fucking house and has his way with them for no fucking reason. And then this mother's gonna sit by and say, I stand by my kid. Oh, so you support that? You think it's okay? You love him? You love a specimen that could do that to 3 girls and a guy that has done nothing. And you look through these pictures and they're all wearing bikinis and they're having fun. And they're just hanging out with their friends, not bothering anybody. All they were doing was getting their fucking education and hanging out. That's what every kid is supposed to do at that time in their life. They never did anything to anybody. That's why this whole situation is so fucking wrong. Here to Ethan screaming, that was horrible.
Oh my God, that was heart-wrenching.
Why is there a female laughing?
I think she was gasping.
Then it sounded like someone said, let's get the fuck out of here.
The link is on Patreon. Okay. The link's on Patreon. Oh my God, thank you so much, you guys, for the new Patreons. Thank you. I just need 5 more Patreons and I'll be right back where I need to be. Thank you so much. Okay, I got it. Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. Okay.
Wait. Like, he's like, wait. Well, we're all hearing different things. That's what's going to happen now. That's crazy. I'm going to rewind it a little bit. I almost should just cut it, like, right at this point where, because for some reason this video will play it and then it doesn't play it all. And then it plays it again where it plays it all. I don't know. Like, the person right there. It didn't say wait. Oh, leave maybe. Maybe it is leave. But I think that's definitely Ethan for some reason. Oh. I mean, if this is legit, I guess. If it is legit that this is the real Ring camera, I think that's decent. Please.
That is now war right. Fuck out here. I'm not fuck out here. I'm not fuck out here. I'm not
Okay, guys, the following video is simply just analysis of a TikTok video, and this is not an accusation, and it is simply just an analysis of a video that is pretty popular right now. So obviously, many of you have seen the video by JSCO1972. He does some updates. He said he's got family member in law enforcement, so he's got reliable sources. He had some things to say that seemed to be pretty insider. And it's been some time since he's posted to this account. He's got some odd videos, and during that video, there is his monitor goes dark, and you can see the reflection, or his reflection, barely. So just so you know my background, I'm in marketing. I'm a creative at large, and I've been working in Photoshop for, I don't know, about 20 years or more, and do photography, and so I'm not going to be able to make miracles out of this video, but what I simply did was grab a screen grab of one of those frames and started playing with the curves a little bit to where we could get a little bit of contrast and maybe a little more natural lighting, or what, might seem natural, and it was pretty crappy. But I figured, let me go through and frame by frame, and so I went through and basically created an action where it would skip to the next frame and then run that action again. And the following was a result of what I came up with. It may not be anything, but just in case it is, I went ahead and sent it into the tip line because that's what we're supposed to do. And if it's nothing, then it's nothing. But if it is something, it could be everything, right? So anyway, just thought I'd share that. Take a look. Tell me what you think. And yeah, we'll see.
Hey there, to those of you interested in hearing this report, I just want to let you know that I'm a relative of someone inside the investigation into the quadruple homicide in Idaho. I don't want to be any more specific than that because I don't want to put anybody in a challenging or contentious situation regarding their continued employment. And I will say what I'm about to tell you is secondhand, but it is from what I believe to be a very reliable source. Again, this can only be considered a rumor as I don't have firsthand knowledge. I never planned on posting any of this information out of respect for the victims' families. However, now that one of the victims' fathers has released some of the gruesome details himself, I'd like to share some of the investigative theory. As you know, the two women were found in the same bed, but with similar wounds. That's what's being reported. That's not exactly 100% true. At least in regard to the fact that they hadn't fallen to sleep in the same bed. One of the victim's wounds were deep gouges that were delivered with extremely aggressive force, so much so that the victim's liver and lungs were destroyed. Here's the theory that's happening. They definitely think it was a man because of the force of the wounds. The person must have been very strong. They think the man came into the room after doing what they did on the second floor. They went upstairs. The person cleanly and quietly unalived the first victim. The second victim awoke and tried to run. They believe that the man possibly grabbed her, and she screamed loudly, apparently. The man then harmed her, And the reason the wounds were of such force, he was delivering it quickly and forcibly to quiet her, which I apologize for how, I know it's disturbing, but anyway, how do we know that she screamed? Because 3 individuals reported hearing a scream between 3:45 and 4 o'clock. That's why the police have such a specific time frame as to when the murders occurred, because I don't know if you noticed, but the authorities weren't called the next day until late in the morning, yet they had a very specific time frame when the murder happened. They think the scream is why. And after reviewing video files from the neighborhood, they reviewed security cameras in the area, and they have an audio file where I haven't heard it, but I was told that you can clearly hear a loud scream from a female. That scream was recorded at exactly 3:38 a.m. Neighbors say they didn't call the police because they said there's often loud noise coming from the house. I was told that there are parties there all the time. Again, I don't know if that's true, but it's what I was told. The weapon used was a long serrated-edged hunting knife with a fixed blade. The weapon had not been in the house. The person brought it with them and took it when they left. The 2 victims were on the same bed, not side by side. One victim was found on top of the other. The reason is that the one tried to escape and was grabbed, harmed, and then shoved and fell on top of her friend. That is why there's a lot of blood mixtures on this at the scene. They're also desperately looking for this white car. The reason being is that it was seen speeding by an A&W gas station. I don't even know what that is, but anyway, that's, again, it could be wrong. I was just told it was seen speeding by an A&W gas station / hangout at 3:45. Now, if the scream was recorded at 3:38 and the car sped by at 3:45, it's a very tight time frame, but it is possible that the person left immediately and rushed and was seen speeding by. Also, the scream may have been what caused the person to quickly leave. That scream could have been what saved the other 2 roommates' lives. The person knew that they might be detected, so they sped away. Again, this is all just rumor. Take it for what it is. I just pray for these young people. I hope they rest in peace and that their families can find peace after this horrible crime, and I hope that the person who committed it can be brought to justice. Thanks a lot.